Hi everyone, travel addict guy here once again in Porto, Portugal. We had rain for a few days. I'm back and I'm in this beautiful park here, guys, and they have this famous statue behind me, and it is called Praça do Infante de Henrique. And this man was a famous Portuguese explorer. On the top there, he's one of the most famous original Portuguese explorers. He was born in the late 1300s. He was supposed to be born nearby. So look at this fabulous monument here, paying tribute. You can see the side there. There is the name, Infante de Henrique. So take a look, guys. And over here, this was the Mercado Ferrera, and it was built in the 1800s. It used to be the market, one of the markets here in town. Now it has been turned into restaurants and a nightclub. This way we have the port down there, and right here we have a palace, Palacio da Bolsa. You're able to go inside of there, and I think the cost is 10 euros to go in there. So take a look at this, guys. You have the old market there, you have this little park, and you have this amazing monument there. At the corner, there's also an old church, it looks like. Look at this. There is so much to see in Porto. Wow, look at that. From what I can tell, this is the Igreja Paroquial de São Nicolau. It should be the Church of Saint Nicholas. And we are very close to the port here, you can see. So we're at the other end of the port right now. Well, you can actually go up here too. See, there's a sign here. So people going up here, I guess you can tour this church as well. So it says the Igreja Monumento de San Francisco, Museum of Catacombs. Wow, catacumbas. Very similar to Spanish. I can understand most of the writing, and if I read it, I could probably pronounce it correctly, but listening to it, it is a different world, guys. I'll have to say that. The accent very different and sounding very different, but a new challenge, trying to learn Portuguese. And I would love to learn at least basic Portuguese to communicate. All the way up there, so much to see. I think you need about a week in Porto, guys. Honestly, there is so many amazing things to see. Look at that. Here you can take the cable car. Look at this. So definitely a city like San Francisco. It is has a lot of elevation, and you are constantly going up from the sea or from the river. And here you can take the cable car. Look, it's already full. I think they've had to turn people away. Look at that. And this says actually Porto Transcity Tour. So maybe this is actually a certain tram, because the other ones were just the normal trams, it looked like.
A big steep road.
So I have not been down here too much. Let's walk around here, guys, and take a look at the port from here. And another beautiful day, so that is nice. After yesterday where it rained almost 24 hours straight, guys, I'll have to say, and the last probably the last 2 out of 3 days we've been having rain. So it's good to see a nice sunny day, and I guess it does rain a lot around this time of year. And some buildings over here we're gonna cross. We're gonna go down by the river, guys, the Douro. Look at this, look at the light dancing off the river, and no wonder they've given this river the name Douro. It means golden, and in Spanish it would be dorado. So very similar names. And that young man Eduardo, when he brought me here, I asked him the name of the river, and I said, does it mean golden? He said yes. And I said, well, I knew from the Spanish. From here we have a nice little path down to the riverside, and not much elevation here. I kind of like this part, actually, I'll have to say. And there's a McDonald's there. Well, they have the fanciest McDonald's I have seen. And you might have seen that video, the fanciest McDonald's in the world that I have seen. And I'll put that link in the corner, guys. You can take a look. and it's actually in another part of Porto. So here we are already at the river. Looking absolutely stunning today, the Douro. Does look like a lot of current though. Oh, we're straight down to the river from here. Wow. Did not know that. You can actually see some fish there. I don't know if you can see them on the camera. So here we go. Look at this. And this will take you out to the sea, this river. And look at this. We have some restaurants here. So let's walk along here, guys, along the seawall. This ought to be nice here. So here we are along the seawall. And look at all those boats. Large ships there to take you out on the cruises. Those are very large. Wow, the river looks great today with the sunshine. And we've got a lot of tourists here. Or locals could be. Whoa, gotta be careful there. There's something there. And look at this. You've got the restaurants right here. I love it. Here's a restaurant here. So absolutely fabulous, guys. You could eat here and enjoy the river view as well. And we have some drawings here. Wow, that is a very realistic face there. Signed by Oh Maria, it looks like. So let's take a look at this building here. And you've got this little walkway here. And you can see there the stained glass. That is nice too. So like a crosswalk there. And there's one of those river cruise ships coming down. Take a look. There it is, crossing the river now. Let's take a look at that. Loading up, getting ready to go out. And it is Halloween, guys, I'll have to say. Or yesterday was Halloween. And they've got the witch driving the boat. Look at that. I love that. Very nice. And it's called Douro. There it is, the name of the river. And maybe I don't have the Portuguese accent right. Maybe it's Douro, something like that. So we get a view here from the other side of the port. Some of those other videos I did earlier, guys, I was over there on that side, and that is Gaia. And when you cross the river, you are in Porto, and that's where we are right now. So much to see on each side. Looks like we have some tours there. Of course, this would be quite popular here. Everywhere you go, you have these markers, and you can see something historic. So it looks like another old church. And it says, well, this is actually in Spanish or Portuguese. So I'm to translate it. The Senhora do, oh, that's actually Portuguese. It looks like it's in all Portuguese. Oh no, here we go, English. The Senhora do Cais. So the Lady of Cais Chapel was built in the 17th century next to the old city harbor. In the 19th century, its name was changed to Senhora do O Chapel, with a statue of the Virgin Mary taken from the demolished chapel in Ribeira Square was re-erected in it. During the Civil War, 1832 to 1833, it underwent some change. So another very old chapel from the 17th century. So we're talking the 1600s now, and we've seen even later on my videos already, or earlier, excuse me, we've seen earlier, much earlier in fact, churches already and buildings. So look at these views here. Wow, they are just eye-popping. They will grab your attention right away. Let's go down to the water, and you see a lot of people here in this area. So very much the touristic part, and every day that it's been nice, I've seen a lot of people out here, and no wonder. That's a tour group in Spanish behind me. I'll have to say I've noticed a lot of Spanish speakers here, and no wonder we're very close to Spain. It's been very nice to hear Spanish again. It's very comfortable to me, and of course the Portuguese is something completely new, but it's also interesting to hear it and the different accent. So some restaurants here, cafes. Of course you're going to be paying a higher price here. Down here there's no question, but well worth it, I think, to enjoy all those beautiful views. And very popular, these river tours. You can see all the boats they do have. And this was actually the taxi, the river taxi, €3 a person to take you across the river. So not bad there. So take a look at this, guys. Porto. And look at this culture here. Everyone eating here. And look at these old buildings. I just love them. This is very cool here. You've got the bridge there, and you've got all these old buildings, and look at all the colors. I love it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Valparaiso, Chile, guys, or in English, Valparaiso. And they had something similar to this, not quite as elaborate, but they had a town like this very well. A lot of painted houses and buildings, so that was very interesting. Being in Chile also, was a port town there. And that building there. So Porto is extremely beautiful, guys. I hope you get a chance to come here. I'm glad I could show it to you once again. So stay tuned for the next video. We're gonna see more of Porto, more to come, and lots more to come from Portugal. So we'll see you in the next video. Travel Addict Guy. Take care, everyone.